Hey, what's up, man? BDF 44. So, talk about Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart. I just saw half of the um, Josh Hart podcast that he's got started up. He had Zoe on there with him, and I saw that some things were taken out of context that Zoe said and that Josh Hart may have said about their Laker tenure and about uh, Lonzo Ball's workout with the Lakers. So I just wanted to come up here and just trying to kind of clarify, because I know a lot of people didn't check out the podcast to find out what context those words were said and everything. So I just wanted to come up here and just kind of express what I felt Zoe was trying to say particularly, and then just talk a little bit about what Josh Hart said as well. So, I saw the quotes that came out. It was basically, and I'm paraphrasing as always, but Zoe came out and said that, his workout with the Lakers was by far the worst workout of all time, and he felt like it was probably the worst workout ever given for a player with the second pick in the draft. And a lot of Laker fans took it to mean that the Lakers provided a horrible workout for him to experience. They didn't run the right stuff. They didn't put him through the right drills. They had him looking, it was as if he was saying the Lakers weren't organized in their part of the deal. And that wasn't what he was saying at all. What Zoe was trying to express was that he came in not prepared as he should have been, because he was sick. And he had took some medication that kind of had him, drowsy, and it took away his lift, took away a lot of what he was able to do normally on the basketball court. So it was a terrible workout because he wasn't performing, not because the Lakers weren't on point or because of anything that they could have done differently. And I think a lot of fans, including myself, jumped to the conclusion that he meant the other way around. So yeah, I just wanted to get up here as a Laker fan to say, I get it. It's easy for us right now to be upset and want to lash out at anything that sounds crazy, but let's try to find out what context things are said before we start getting ready to cancel people and booing and all that good stuff that comes with being unhappy. Context is everything, people. And in this business, it's not a business for me because I'm not making any money, but in this business, I understand that certain things that I may say will go the same way. You can go to one of my videos, snatch a sentence off of something that I've said, and then make a full assessment of who you believe I am. And I don't think that would sum it up at all. No one sentence or two sentences or even a few days of my life can really give you a full spectrum of who I am, because I think everyone is multifaceted and ever changing. So with that being said, I wish Lonzo Ball the best in New Orleans, and still a fan. Nothing's going to change in that regard. Now, as far as Josh Hart's comments, something similar. He was basically saying that he didn't like the fact that it was never enough playing for the Lakers. He had a lot of fun playing out here in the big market and everything. It was really a fun experience, but he wouldn't consider it to be pressure, so to speak, but he would say that it was as if no matter how hard they tried, it was never enough. It was always like, if they're winning, it's just like, okay, they're winning. That's to be expected with the Lakers. And if they're losing, it's the end of the world. Right before Rondo went down and LeBron went down with the injury, we were in fourth place at that point, and everybody was riding high. And Josh Hart expressed how he was hearing how much praise was heaped upon them when they were doing well, and how quickly the tides changed just with a few injuries. They went from having the best young core in the league to having no help for LeBron James. You know what I mean? So at this point, he was just saying, that basically, I don't want to add anything to his statement. That was pretty much what he was trying to express. And I think some Laker fans took that to mean that he didn't enjoy his tenure here, or that, he would much rather not have been playing for us. So I just want to get up here and say, just because players move around, they go to different places, and we're fans of our team, so it is what it is. But we don't have to jump on top of guys who leave our team, especially when it was of no fault of their own that they're not here anymore. You know what I mean? Let's not look for reasons to be mad at people who didn't wrong us, I guess is what I would say in regards to the sports thing. Dwight Howard is back. He gave us a legitimate reason not to like him, and now we're all back on his good graces, and he's back in our good graces, and it's a love affair again. He's losing weight, and everybody's happy. But 2-3 months ago, people were screaming soft in regards to Dwight, saying everything under the sun about him negative here in Lakerland. So being a part of this fan base all of my life, I can honestly say we have the biggest fan base in the world, and because of it, we have a lot of casuals. We have a lot of people who are bandwagoners. We have a lot of people who are not really knowledgeable, and we have a lot of people who really don't have a whole lot going on in regards to their assessing of the game. It's just like, you know, they think shooting the basketball is pretty much the end of it. If you can shoot, you're great. So it's a lot of that going on in the fan base. It kind of gets frustrating for somebody who, like myself, who takes it as seriously and pays as close attention as I do, and assesses the game and sees the game the way that I do. Being a part of the Laker fan base sometimes can be real frustrating, because a lot of people that I'm supposed to be getting along with in terms of, like, you know, just we're supposed to be like-minded. I really don't agree with a lot of the stuff that I hear. So it's just like, okay, yeah, I'm a fan, but I'm not one of them. I think of myself as a little more objective, and I know that we have a lot of people in our fan base who are like myself as well. And I'm fortunate enough to have some of those folks on my Facebook friends and all that, and they've kept me solid and sharp in regards to how I view certain things with our squad. So, yeah, man, there's some good ones out there, some bad ones. But for those of y'all who say the Laker fan base is one of the worst, you're not going to get a whole lot of argument out of me, because I've seen and heard some of the most ridiculous stuff ever from people within my fan base. Our fan base is Laker fans. We're pretty bad. We're up there with the Dallas Cowboys. We're up there with the Yankees. Yeah, we're pretty bad. I'll be the first to admit it. But we're passionate, and we follow our team. And if you are part of our team, we don't care if you're the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or Eddie Jones, or caliber of someone even less than that, even someone like the caliber of Mitch Richmond. You know what I mean? We support everybody who's ever worn a uniform, unless they've done something to make us feel otherwise. So I tell all the athletes out there, if you're thinking about being a Laker, know that you're coming to something that you will never not be a part of. Once you're here, you're with us. Ask Boogie Cousins. He's a Laker for life. Probably will never put on a uniform for us. But in the offseason, all he had to say was he wanted to be here, and he was looking forward to playing for us, and he was really excited. That's all our fan base ever wants to hear. Literally. We are simple and easy to please in that regard. You want to play for us, we want you here. You play well enough, we love you forever. Like, that's pretty much how that goes. So, yeah, man. Shout out again to Josh Hart and Lonzo Ball, especially to Josh Hart in regards to setting up that podcast. They got some good numbers on there. It seems like they got a good thing going. So, yeah, just want to see more and more of that from athletes. I think that we're in a time now where athletes and people who are known for doing a specific thing very, very well can branch out and have their voices be heard, and speak like someone like myself who's able to speak out and say whatever we want. So I look forward to seeing more and more athletes within their playing time, within their careers, being able to have perspective. I think that would have been really nice for us to be able to see that back in the 80s and 70s. Some of our old school guys. Can you imagine if Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson had a podcast in the offseason? You know what I mean? Like, that could have been really, really, really great content. So I'm glad we're in this era right now for that. I'd like to see that expand. But, yeah, man, that's what I got for tonight. Hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for watching me in the dark, listening to me rather, and hope you guys have a great one. Take care. EDF. Peace.